I love the Tushy team. You all ask so many amazing questions. This question came in. Hey doc, is it okay to take psyllium fiber if you're diagnosed with microscopic colitis? Because I was told by my doctors not to take psyllium. So first, microscopic colitis. Microscopic means you see it under the microscope, you don't see it to your naked eye. And when patients have multiple bouts of watery diarrhea, obviously rule out C. diff colitis first and other infectious forms of diarrhea. And then patients will get a colonoscopy. Microscopic colitis is found under the microscope, so we have to take biopsies of the colon. They find fibrosis or thickening of the lamina propria. Patients can have either collagenous or lymphocytic. I'm not going to get into that, but basically patients have 10 or more watery bowel movements per day. Usually starts in the age of 60 to 65, can be earlier at 45, and it affects women way more than men. There is an association with aspirin use, with the cholesterol-lowering medications and other medications. They're not really sure of the cause, but if you have it, they do recommend stopping those medications. And then what do you do with all the diarrhea? Well, you try to bind the water. What do you do when you spill water? You soak it up with a sponge and you wring it out. Soak it up, wring it, soak it up, wring it. What is psyllium? Well, psyllium's a fiber. All plants have fiber. It's the strength of the plant, and they act like a sponge. Psyllium has both soluble, which turns into a gelatinous form and binds bile, lowers cholesterol, and it also has the insoluble fiber, which creates bulk, so you get a bulkier stool. Well, isn't that beautiful, Tushy team? You're taking liquid and turning it into solid with psyllium fiber. So yes, psyllium is very safe to take and recommended for people who have microscopic colitis. So, beautiful question. That's what psyllium does. It binds better than any other fibers out there. When you talk about food fibers like fruits, vegetables, and grains, psyllium has both soluble and insoluble fiber, so most of the fruits, vegetables, and grains do not. Psyllium that can be found in Perfect Poop, check out the TikTok shop, is amazing. And I will tell you, psyllium is the best and ultimate regulator of not only loose stool, but hard, solid stool, constipated stool, because psyllium will bind that hard stool. And when we drink water, oh, again, what do sponges do, Tushy team? They absorb water. So when you drink more water, it absorbs the water, and that hard stool turns into a soft, solid, long stool. So, ultimate regulator, mushy, loose, diarrhea stool, and hard, constipated stool. It is the go-to for all of our bowel movements. We need psyllium to poop, Tushy team, like we need water to pee. There you go. Thank you for the beautiful question.